Section 1.7, Finding Perimeter, Circumference, and Area. Clearly we have some new important definitions, the first being perimeter. Perimeter is defined as the distance around a figure. So if we had a quadrilateral, then the perimeter is all of our sides added together. So if our base was 16, we'll say this is 10, 8, and 9. Then the perimeter is 16 plus 8 plus 10 plus 9, which is going to equal 43 units. So if we were in centimeters, our perimeter would be 43 centimeters. We can have circumference, which is the distance around a circle. And we'll go through the formula of that later, but if you want to, you can imagine laying a piece of string such that the piece of string rested around the circle's edge, then laying the piece of string flat along a ruler, and measuring it to find, say, it's 20 inches. The important thing is that both perimeter and circumference are linear measures. They are lengths. Make sure that you understand these two concepts before moving on to the next definition, which is area. Area is the space contained within a shape, or the surface that a shape covers. We could imagine fitting a grid to this quadrilateral up here. And counting how many squares fit into this grid. However many squares fit into this grid would be the area. We always measure area in squared units. For example, if we had an actual square as our figure, let's try to make this even. There we go. Okay, so our square is 5 units by 5 units, which it should be because it's a square, and a square is a regular polygon. So if we remember from last unit, that means it has congruent sides and congruent angles. We could count all of the little squares contained within our square. However, we know that we have, in one row, we have 5 squares, and we have 5 rows. So we should have 5 times 5 squares, 25 squares, which means we have 25 square inches. This would be the area of a square with a length of side of 5. Make sure that these 3 definitions make sense to you. Review this video if you need to before moving on to the next, because next we'll talk about important formulas involving perimeter, circumference, and area.